gorgeous people, welcome to day 2 of the challenge. Did you miss me? Because I've missed you. Today I want to talk all about nutrition. This is really exciting because nutrition is 80% of the results. So the 2 most important things when it comes to nutrition is how much you're eating and what you're eating. So the first part, how much you're eating. This is so crucial, and it is one of the main reasons that I've been able to have a healthy, sustainable, flexible lifestyle. The reason why is because once I figure out my calories, once I figure out my macronutrients,
then I'm able to fit really the foods that I love and the foods that I want to eat into those calories and those macronutrients.
Macronutrients just means how many grams of fat you need in a day, how many grams of protein you need in a day, and how many grams of carbs you need in a day. So every single one of these macronutrients has a different purpose. For protein, it helps with hair, skin, nails. It also helps with muscle creation. And in regards to fats, it helps with hormone regulation. It helps with just making sure that all your hormones are functioning as they should be. When it comes to your carbs, that's your main source of energy. It also helps with more muscle creation. So protein and carbs, muscle creation. Fat, not as much. But fat also can give you energy. It's just slower, steady stream of energy. So if you have a carb, it might get broken down a lot faster than if you ate fat and you use that as energy. So every single different macronutrient has its different purposes, and you can pretty much design how you want your body to look and what you want your body to do based on how much of each macronutrient you have. That is a lot. So you don't even have to worry about that. If you feel like that is just too much to handle, that's okay. Let's just stick with calories, because I always say calories are king, macros are queen, which means, wait, sorry, that was sexist. Calories matter more than macros. So even if you just stuck to a calorie diet, you could still get the results that you want. You could still get what you're looking for. But the biggest thing when people focus on calories and not macros is that they tend to undereat on protein, they tend to overeat with carbs, and then they tend to overeat on fat. That is just why it's really good to also kind of figure out your macronutrients. Everybody's macros are just completely different because your macronutrients and your calories are based off of your height, your weight, your activity level, your goals, your lifestyle, everything.
There are a lot of macro calculators out there, but I would just be careful because a lot of them can underestimate how many calories you need.
I've seen undereating time and time again. It happens with literally 90% of my clients. So don't use MyFitnessPal. Don't use a lot of the macro calculators out there because they will underestimate the shit out of your calories. One of the best ways that I figured out my macros, honestly, I just hired a coach. He helped me figure out exactly what I needed for my body. I also help all my clients figure out their exact macro needs. So if you really do just feel like you need a coach to really help you take your nutrition to the next level, I'm not saying nothing, but hello. For right now, one of your challenges for today is to first figure out where you're even starting from, because that can be just as important as where you need to go. So for the next few days, I want you to track how much you're actually eating, because this will help you figure out if you're undereating, if you're overeating. Everyone needs different calories and different macros, but I will go ahead and tell you, if you are a woman and you're eating about 1,200 calories or less, I can tell you straight off the bat, you're probably undereating. So I want you to track your food for the next 2 or 3 days and really just see what your average is. I know that your food intake is going to be different day to day, but it's important to know, and it's important to eat how much you should be eating. And once you get those numbers, the amazing part about all of this is that if you ever want a cookie, if you ever want something that you feel like is a no-no, you can fit into your calories and you can fit into your macros, and then you can get the same exact results. I'm not saying that like you should only be eating cookies and you should only be eating cake and chips and whatever. You shouldn't. You should follow pretty much a pretty balanced lifestyle of 80% healthy, 20% a little bit naughty. But my point is that that is how I personally eat what I want without feeling guilty. If I want a piece of cake every once in a while, I'll put a piece of cake into my calories and I'll just move right along. The thing that I will tell you though is make sure to be pre-planning out your stuff, because it's really hard to fit stuff into your calories and it's really impossible to fit stuff into your macros unless you're pre-planning it ahead of time. I will go over exactly how to execute all this stuff in a later video, but for now, I really just want you to focus on tracking your food into MyFitnessPal for 2 to 3 days. So number one, you first actually get used to the app, and then number two, you actually see where you're starting off. And I also want you to post your screenshot of like what you're eating throughout the day in the community, because again, a big part of this 7-day challenge is the accountability that I'm gonna give you. So don't skip out on that part. Make sure you are posting it in the Facebook group. There is a link to the Facebook group right in the description. That is your only challenge for you today. And then again, like yesterday, I'm not gonna leave you hanging. I'm also gonna give you an ab workout. You can do this at your house as well. So if you still don't feel like going to the gym, that's okay. Just complete this ab workout. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow. I don't wanna waste no time, yeah. You ain't